Hi Aries, this is going to be your ex-partner reading for the end of April going into the first half of May, or going into May. Now, I'm doing the 2-row spread as usual, okay? You are on this side, your ex is on this side with a card in the centre. But this month I decided to do a little bit extra. Over on this side, I've laid out the 4 kings from each suit, okay? So we have pentacles, wands, swords, and down here at the bottom, which you can't see, we have the king of cups. And I shuffled, and basically each of these kings, please don't worry about the gender, okay? If you're male, it can be, female, it doesn't matter. But I've laid one card out, okay, shuffled and put one card on each king. Now, what I decided was that if your ex-partner is, as example, a king of pentacles, there's a further message. But for those of you who maybe are in a relationship, who are not really so bothered about an ex-partner, or who may be in a relationship but still have feelings for an ex-partner, then we have each king, as I said, from each suit over there. So it's just a little bit extra information, but it's not just for these kings are not just for ex-partners, is what I'm trying to say. If you're in a relationship with an earth sign, then hey, there's a message there for you as well. So Aries, the card you've got at the center is Judgment. Now, Judgment is making that final judgment call, okay? Blowing that trumpet. Yes, it can sometimes talk about a resurrection. Something, because it's about an awakening. Now, is that an awakening within the relationship? Okay, you two maybe being able to come back together. Or is it an awakening in either both of you or either one of you in terms of, I know now what I need to do. I know that I need to move on from this, okay? Because after Judgment, we do get the world. And the world is that one whole cycle of our lives, one chapter is done, okay? And it's now time to move on. Now, we haven't got the world card on the table, but as I said, Judgment can be, it's about needing to make that judgment call. And yes, it can be an awakening, but it can be an awakening within us, not just in terms of maybe resurrecting a relationship that we thought was dead and gone. Now, the first card you have, Aries, you have Temperance. Now, Temperance can be a card about patience, needing to be patient, but it's also a card about needing to temper one's emotions, trying not to allow our emotions trying not to get too carried away with our emotions, okay? So trying to keep an even keel there. Now, in terms of an awakening with Judgment there, it may be that you and your ex-partner, bump into each other, or your ex contacts you. And with Temperance being there, as I said, don't allow your emotions to get too out of control here, okay? Just try to keep that even keel. On your ex's side, they have Justice. Now, Justice is about making sure the scales are evenly balanced. Wanting justice, provided we've acted in a fair and just way, we can have that. Is it a case that this relationship is more to do, for those of you who were married, okay, is the Justice card there representing a possible divorce? How maybe you are both considering a divorce, or maybe you're going through that procedure at this moment? Or is it your ex feeling that in some way they wronged you? And they may feel that justice needs to be done in terms of an apology towards you. But for some, it could be that they feel that they need the apology, that they were the ones that were not treated fairly. Guys, if I do pause like just then, if I do pause the video, it's just so I can have a sip of water. So please, be patient with me on that. Now, moving down, your next card, Aries, is the Magician. So manifesting, okay? He's got all the tools there, all the ingredients at his disposal. So he can manifest whatever it is he wants. He can manifest, he's got pentacles there. So, for me, when I see the Magician and I see all four symbols there, I tend to think, is it about focusing on one thing? Because he's got all four there. So is it a case of him manifesting something that's going to include all four? Or is it manifesting something and focusing on one area of our lives? Be it the pentacles, the cups, the wands, the swords. But whichever way we look at it, it is about manifesting something. What is it, Aries, that you are hoping to manifest? Is it something to do with your ex? Is it a brand new relationship that you're hoping you can enter into at some point? Is it to do with your home, your work? On their side, they have the Four of Wands. Now, this is a card about our security, about our foundations. Yes, there can be a lighter side to the Four of Wands, i.e. going to a celebration, going to a christening, a wedding, and sometimes meeting another person there. But the Four of Wands also, when we're dealing with ex-partners, when we're dealing with relationship readings, it's very much, for me, a card that talks about our home, our security, our foundation. Do I feel at home with this person? Do I wish to share my home with this person? Can I see a future with this person? Now, moving down to the outcome. Two cards, Aries. You've got the Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups. So look, the Seven of Wands, it's about maintaining the higher ground, yes. But it can be a card about feeling attacked, okay? Feeling the need to stand up for yourself. Now, is this the need to stand up for yourself? Sorry. Sorry about that, I've got a croaky throat. Is it about the need to stand up for yourself in regards to your ex-partner? Speaking up for yourself and saying, well, actually, no, you are wrong on that point, or you're wrong on that point. Is it a case of needing to clear the air? Is it, for some of you, feeling attacked by other people because maybe there could be a reconciliation with your ex? Because maybe the communication lines are opening up and other people, i.e. your friends or your family, are not happy about that. feel that you're making a mistake if you go back to your ex-partner. But the Two of Cups being there and being in the upright position would really suggest otherwise, because the Two of Cups, it doesn't always talk about a personal relationship. But, you know, you've got two people here who are very focused on each other, who are like-minded. The Two Cups are of equal size, so they're bringing to the table equal amounts of love, emotion, respect, kindness. Two people that see eye to eye. Now, on your ex's side, they have strength and they have the Sun. So the Strength card, needing to tap into that internal strength. Because with the Strength card, the lady is trying to tame the lion. And the thing is, once she's tamed that lion, she realises that it's just a pussycat after all. Then we get the Sun card. So the Sun card, yes, it's the most positive card in the tarot. It brings energy, rejuvenation. It can heal. But the Sun card also brings clarity. We see things more clearly in the light of the sun. I do feel, Aries, that there is an opportunity here for some of you whereby a reconciliation, or at least the discussion about a reconciliation, is possible. But there are going to be, it's not going to be plain sailing. Now, whether this is communication that needs to take place between you and your ex in order to resolve some issues. But I also feel there could be some opposition from others around you. Now, moving over to this side. So, Aries, if you're dealing with the King of Pentacles, now whether this is your ex, or for those of you that may be in a relationship now with the King of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups does talk about choices, yes. So, maybe, you know, you have other options. Maybe they do. But the Seven of Cups also deals with fantasy and illusion. You know, are you allowing yourself, Aries, to get caught up in your own fantasy and illusion, in assuming that this relationship is all hearts and flowers, that this is the perfect romance, when in actual facts, it may not be? Or is this King of Pentacles allowing you, no, not allowing you, is, how can I word it? I don't want to say lying, but is drawing you into their fantasy and illusions. Just be careful, Aries, if you're dealing with a King of Pentacles there. If it's not to do with having other options, then it is to do with illusions. You know, false mask kind of springs to mind. Now, if you're dealing with a King of Wands, so a fire energy, we have another seven, but we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is the card about having invested so much already. You know, we've got to the seven, okay? We're nearly there. But then we kind of hit this roadblock where we start to think, Should I continue to invest in this person, in this relationship? Am I getting back what I'm putting in? Am I going to see the return that I want? Is this relationship going to make me happy? Is it going to bring me emotional fulfillment? So in some respects, it's kind of like being at a crossroads. Now, if you're dealing with a King of Swords, so air energy, we have the Strength card, but it's come reversed. So the Strength card is needing that to tap into that internal strength. But when it's in the reverse, we're struggling with that. So where I said over here that she's taming that lion and then she'll find out that it's just a pussycat after all. Over here, if you're dealing with an air sign, there's some struggles around that. It could very well be that this King of Swords is being very, very domineering. And you may find that they are the ones that are more in control in this relationship. I almost feel that they're dictating. And for you, Aries, that's not healthy, okay? Because normally Aries is the one that likes to be in control. You are the one that likes to lead. You're not a natural follower. So you may feel that you've got to resolve this because I don't feel it's going to be able to continue in that way. If you're dealing with a King of Cups, so water energy, you have the 10 of Cups. So, that is complete emotional fulfillment, contentment, okay? So if you're in a relationship with a water sign, everything must be hunky-dory. If you're dealing with an ex-partner who is a water sign, then hey, like I did say, some issues to be resolved, but they can be worked through. So Aries, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll be back soon. Thank you. Bye.